This is how to create an Excel spreadsheet with a table of values and make a scatter plot graph for your solubility curves activity. So the first thing you need to do is open Microsoft Excel, make sure you have the blank workbook selected, and click on Create. That's going to open a new spreadsheet for you. You're going to need to enter your data values. So here we have temperature as our x-axis. That's in degrees Celsius. And solubility is our y-axis. Just make that look a little bit prettier. You're going to enter your data from the worksheet that you got in class. So temperature is in degrees Celsius, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. Your solubility is grams per 100 milliliters. So this is how many grams we can dissolve in 100 milliliters at these specific temperatures of potassium nitrate. So 12, 35, 60, 95, 145, and 225. Once you have your values added in, you're going to select them by just clicking and dragging so that everything's highlighted. And we're going to insert a graph. So insert, you're looking to make a scatter plot graph. Don't choose a line graph, we want a scatter plot. Click on it and you want to select the first one that has just the little dots. Don't pick one of the ones with the lines because we're going to add in our curve of best fit by hand afterwards. So click on that and it'll give you your graph. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so it's easier for you to see. Once you have your graph, you need to add a few pieces to make the communication really easy and clear for everyone to understand what your graph is about. First thing is to give it a descriptive title. So in this case, I don't think I actually included it in your, oh yes, it's in number 2, but it's not really written anywhere. But the compound that we're looking at here is potassium nitrate. So here we're going to say solubility of potassium nitrate in water. So some descriptive title like that. We also need to give our axes titles. So to add an axes title, you'll go over to chart, add chart element. Click on it. We are going to add an axes title, horizontal, click on that. This is our x-axis. These values are our temperatures. So temperature, which is going to be in degrees Celsius. Then we need our Y title. So again, add chart element. If you get clicked off of your graph, you'll notice that that disappears. You have to make sure that you've selected your graph to be able to add stuff to it. So add, now we're going to go vertical. And here, this is solubility, which is in grams per 100 milliliters of water. And there we go. So we have a title, we have our temperature axis title, our solubility axis title with units written in. If you don't like the grid lines the way they are, you can change them, but you don't need to worry about it too much for this. Next, you want to drag this over so that it's underneath your table, and you might need to make it a bit smaller so that it all prints on one page. If you want to check to see if it will print on one page, click on File, and if you click on Print, it should come up as a preview and you'll see that it fits all on one. If it doesn't fit, just cancel, adjust as necessary, and then print it again. So File, Print. Once you have this and it looks good, you can print it off, pick it up at the printer, and make sure you put your name on it somewhere, and then draw in your curve of best fit by hand. and then use it to answer questions 2 and 3 on your solubility curves activity. This is part of finishing up for your homework, and you'll hand it in next class. I want to see when I get back just how people are reading solubility curves, and it's good practice for you to use Excel. If you have any questions, send me a message or an email. So you might want to save it as something like solubility curves activity 2018. Maybe put it in a folder that you have for stuff for this class if you have one, and then save it so that if something happens, then you know where it is.